guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jay-Z, Tony Buzbee just ate your lunch in federal court. And on top of that, the little defamation, extortion lawsuit, the judge looked at Quinn Emanuel and said, yo, maybe the defamation, not so heavy on the extortion. Quinn Emanuel came out and said, no, wait, Your Honor, before you dismiss, we have evidence. The judge said, you got evidence. They said, yes, we have evidence. The judge said, where's the evidence? Quinn Emanuel was like, get that private investigator up here. Y'all, and Quinn Emanuel swears they have irrefutable proof that Tony Buzbee actually tried to extort them. If you guys don't know what is going on, there is so much mess flying out between Jay-Z and Tony Buzbee. 16 different things are going on at once. They are waging a battlefield all over Texas. Let me tell you where I think the pieces are laid right now, and then we go and get into this new thing. Because on the California defamation case, Tony Buzbee is 100% eating Jay-Z's lunch, which is to say, Tony Buzbee up 10, Jay-Z, you better hurry up and catch up. Okay, so where are we at? Hold on real quick. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let me tell you where the pieces are going, okay? In California, Tony Buzbee just ate Jay-Z's lunch, which is to say that he is eating Jay-Z up. In Texas, he's eating Jay-Z up. Jay-Z can't win, in my opinion, a case against Tony Buzbee in Texas. In New York, yo, Jay-Z is eating Tony Buzbee's lunch up. Again, this only has to do with the cases in Southern District of New York, okay? Tony Buzbee applied for admittance to the Southern District of New York bar, so he doesn't do pro hoc VC anymore. They rejected that. Now he has to do pro hoc VC permanently, which is ask for admittance in each and every case. One case he did get admitted to. The other ones, Diddy just moved to have them thrown out, saying Buzbee improperly filed. Again, we can talk about that later. Baby, let's talk about the way Quinn Emanuel is doing everything they can, and I mean everything they actually can, to get through on the defamation case. Listen, a judge has signaled that Jay-Z's defamation claim against Tony Buzbee will proceed to trial. But interestingly enough, right, a lot of legal people are saying that the defamation is BS. You can't really have defamation if you believed your client. And right now they have no proof that Tony Buzbee knew or had reason to know that his client was lying. They have no proof that his client was lying in the first place, okay? They made accusations, but they don't have any legal proof. All right, everybody on the same page? Now, the extortion. The extortion is the one that really could have got Buzbee in trouble. However, every single lawyer in terms of this extortion case is saying that it's all smoke and mirrors. What is the smoke and mirrors? Because the demand letter that he sent was standard. The way it was worded was standard. Whether you think it's right or not, that is the way cases are brought through. Now, I have long thought that this extortion defamation was some type of legal, legal leverage, because I've also have said for the longest, and again, we have to talk about the different cases in different states, because Jay-Z is up on some of the cases in New York. Buzbee is up on the ones in Los Angeles and Texas right now, right? No one knows what's going on with Louisiana. However, Buzbee says he has proof that Jay-Z and Quinn Emanuel and Roc Nation lawyers literally sent federal investigators, fake investigators out, faking they were either federal agents or agents of the state. It is a crime in Texas to do that. I've long said that I think this defamation suit was some type of leverage to see if Tony Buzbee would drop his stuff and then Roc Nation would drop their stuff against Buzbee. Or maybe not. Maybe Jay-Z hates Tony Buzbee so much it is going to the very end and they're going to hit the mat. However, this defamation case, a lot of people said it's all BS. It's going to get extortion, not so high. Okay? So, interestingly enough, let me just read you a little bit about what happened in court. So the judge said, okay, you can proceed with defamation, right? However, the extortion, I don't see any proof. Now, there was Rachel Schwartz. She was actually in the courtroom, and she's the one that bought this interesting little, this sounds like something very interesting that only somebody in the courtroom would have known, and it really sheds light on what's going on, okay? She's in the courtroom. She says, now in Santa Monica, a judge has a tentative ruling that would axe Jay-Z's extortion claims against Tony Buzbee, but keep alive some of the defamation allegations stemming from the Diddy debacle. Jay-Z's attorneys say they have new evidence that a private investigator that they believe should change the court's mind. Again, the judge looked and he hinted, listen, right now, I don't see an extortion claim. This is a standard letter. What else you got? They said, Your Honor, just give us a little time and we'll bring the private investigator in. She goes on to say, Quinn Emanuel's lawyer, Bobby Schwartz, says he just learned of a private investigator who knows Buzbee sent that Jay-Z demand letter in bad faith. Samuel Moniz of Shepherd Moulin calls this an ambush. So again, who is it? Samuel Moniz of Shepherd Moulin, I believe, are the lawyers that are representing Buzbee. Now, I know what you're saying, isn't Buzbee a big lawyer? But you know what they say, a lawyer that represents himself in court has a fool for a client. All right? She goes on to say, right now, Judge Mark Epstein's tentative decision says the demand letter is protected by litigation activity. So the judge is basically telling him off the bench, this demand letter that is the focus of Jay-Z's case, it's standard litigation. So again, where is the extortion? He says he would change his mind if Quinn Emanuel has evidence that Tony Buzbee wrote this letter without his client's permission and without any real intent to imminently file litigation. If so, says the judge, that would sound more like extortion, and they would let the extortion claims go forward. So we have to ask ourselves, Jay-Z, how would you have proof that he wrote it without the client's permission and without any real intent to file litigation? Serious charges, but you would have to, one, get the girl who was suing you to be like, yeah, I didn't know anything about this, and two, get Buzbee either on tape, camera, film, or writing an email or text message being like, we ain't filing, we're just trying to extort these mofos. Again, it's a very high burden. Now, ultimately, though, there's a question of whether Quinn Emanuel's PI evidence will even be admissible. So they're going forward with today's hearing, arguing based on the existing pleadings whether the judge's tentative decision is correct. The judge said he likely won't issue a final ruling yesterday. However, today she is expected to literally issue a ruling. Again, let me just say this, right? Let me just say this. Tony Buzbee is eating Jay-Z's lunch up in California. That extortion claim doesn't look like it's going to go for the reasons we first reported on this channel. It wouldn't, because it was a standard demand letter. I don't care about the internet theories. I don't care about the conspiracy theories. It's not a standard legal demand letter. And anybody that's read any type of legal demand letter would know it's just not going to go. The defamation claim, you have to prove that he knew or should have known that his client was lying. Again, it sounds like something easy it's very, very hard to prove that when it comes to lawyers and believing what their clients tell you. So where does that leave? It looks like the case that Jay-Z has against Tony Buzbee, the most important parts are going to be thrown out. Jay-Z is going to have egg on his face. What else does that mean? The defamation case, it might proceed to trial. However, it's not really going to have any teeth. Jay-Z got the money. It's wasting the court's time, money, and resources. Now, Tony Buzbee's claim against Jay-Z, Tony Buzbee claims to have proof on film and tape that they were using private investigators illegally. Again, Quinn Emanuel and Tony Buzbee, Jay-Z and Tony Buzbee, Rock Nation and Tony Buzbee both say they have evidence. Both says it hinges on what the private investigators say. Baby, we are waiting for the judge's ruling today. Hopefully the judge rules today or by the end of the week. Quinn Emanuel claims they have evidence. Let me just say this, right? And I will always say this, okay? I stand with the victims. I stand with the victims. This little battle with Jay-Z and Tony Buzbee, it is changing every single day. And unless you actually know what the judge is saying, nobody knows the way things are going to be. That says there's a lot of heavy spin going on. I'm going to be keeping you guys informed of it every day, okay? The Texas case has not started. Tony Buzbee still has to try to get pro hoc vice on all the cases he filed against Diddy. He has only been able to get it on one case, and he was able to get it because they had already made their decision. However, there are several other cases that Diddy right now is trying to get dismissed because Tony Buzbee Yeah, listen, Tony Buzbee's doing a lot. We're going to see what happens with that. I do have my ear to the legal streets. I know everybody has an opinion, but baby, I'm going to people that went to school and practice for 10, 20 years to get their legal opinion on what's going on. But I will say this, as we predicted from the beginning, this defamation case is most likely, even if it goes to court, it's not going to pass, and the extortion claims look like it's a non-starter. But let's see if Quinn Emanuel can actually produce some evidence. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.